Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? This is Q from Out of the Darkness. Before we get started, I'd like to say thank you guys so much for supporting this channel and continuing to support this channel. If you are not currently subscribed, or if you think you are currently subscribed, just take a second look, check, and if you are not, go ahead and press that little subscribe button. If you are, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting this channel and channels like mine. This is getting more and more bizarre. This whole Capitol riot thing is just what was needed in just the nick of time. I tell you, if there's one thing I've learned about Democrats is that their timing is impeccable. When they need a pandemic, they get a pandemic. When they need a recession, boy, they get a recession. And when they need a reason to take our First Amendment civil liberties away, boy, they find a way to do it. But now, to make things more interesting, is it looks as though Nancy Pelosi and Mitch Turtle McConnell, that dirty rat, it looks as though they were complicit in this entire thing. So let me tell you what I mean by that. So, when I come to you guys, because I know that you guys are going to be able to take these arguments and take these things that I'm saying to your liberal friends and family, I don't typically like to use pro-Trump media. I don't particularly like to use far-left, alt-right media, as the left would say, because I want to make sure that we are using sources that are acceptable to the left, right? And so I was looking at, I do a lot of reading and prep for this show, and came across this little gem in USA Today. So the former Capitol Police, because of course the police chief for the Capitol Police was actually fired as a result of this. The former Capitol Police Chief, Stephen Sund, requested for National Guard backup and was denied, he says in an interview. Now, the reason why this is interesting is because the chain of command goes, the Capitol Police Chief answers to the Sergeant at Arms. Now, the Sergeant of Arms, most people don't realize this, but the Sergeant of Arms, there's two of them, one for the House of Representatives and one for the Senate, both of which are elected positions. So, for example, in the House, because that chamber has been Democrat run, the House majority, or the majority, would vote on the Sergeant at Arms. He reports directly to the Speaker of the House. Likewise, in the Senate, which the Republicans ran, they vote on the Sergeant at Arms for the Senate, and he answers directly to nasty Mitch McConnell. So the Sergeant of Arms in the House asked specifically for backup, asked for the National Guard to be brought in, knowing that there was going to be some unrest at the Capitol. This is before the actual riots began, and Nancy Pelosi refused. She refused to give the okay in order to bring in additional security. Now, we can go a bunch of different ways with this, but why? Why would Nancy Pelosi refuse to allow backup to be brought in? Why would Mitch McConnell refuse to allow backup to be brought in, especially on such an important day when you know that 2 million Trump supporters have come into town and want to make their voices known and make their voices heard? I would imagine that the House Majority Leader, or the Speaker of the House, forgive me, and the Senate Majority Leader, they have a responsibility to protect the people in their chambers. But they chose not to do that. They chose to play politics. They chose to tell the National Guard and to tell the backup to stand down. But we're not hearing about that. All we're hearing about is the quasi incitement that President Trump gave, and the incitement of the riot that was President Trump's fault, and these high crimes and misdemeanors by the president. Well, let me ask you this: where does gross negligence come into play? Well, those are questions we have to ask. But we're not hearing this from anywhere in the media. The mainstream media is not reporting on this. Surprise, surprise. They're not reporting that they were asked for help prior to the riot and they refused to give it. Ask yourself why. Once again, thank you guys so much. I'm going to include this USA Today article in the bottom of this in the description, so you guys will have that, so you can verify, you can read it over yourself. But thank you guys so much for your support. Again, if you are not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video and share it with 3 other people. Have a wonderful day, guys, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen. Bye now.